Hey guys, how are you today? Well, check it out. It is a Pioneer cdj-2000, and I'm going to show you guys how this thing works with our friendly neighborhood tractor. So, right now I have the S4 running as my sound card. I didn't hook up the audio stuff because just didn't hook up the audio 4, 6, or 8 or any of that kind of stuff. And it was just I want to quickly kind of check this stuff out, see how it ran. So I thought, what the hell, I'll do a video. So right off the bat, let me just, let's walk back. So let's see if we can get out of here. Okay, so let's go to USB mode for a second. So we got a USB stick in there. There's all the stuff that was done on record box, which, you know, takes some time, you know what I mean? Like, it's not exactly the fastest process in the world, but that's alright. It's not the slowest either. So we're going to hit link. Control mode says USB MIDI. You press and hold. Here, let's press and hold that button, the knob. You can pick what deck you want. So I'm going to pick. You got to go around only one way on that clock. Come on. I'm going to take deck C. So then we're going to go back, and I can go through. Those are all. If we so if we look on here, you can see I'm browsing through all my side playlists. Basically everything that's sitting on the side, you know what I mean? And I have basically everything going through iTunes. So then, you can see down there, it says that. Press the button, the knob encoder, whatever you want to call it, and that takes me into the folder. Right? And this is the best part about this whole system. You know, I've talked a lot of shit about CDJs before, saying like, oh, why would you bother, why would you bother? And the simplest one, and it's a shame the Mac, there's no way to close that lid that I know of without putting your computer to sleep. If anybody does know anything different about that, let me know. Because with this, everything's on the screen. You know what I mean? Like, so ideal scenario, I have this hooked up to a Pioneer mixer. I could hook it up to my Zone, for instance, run it with my audio card. And I could get away from looking at the screen and getting that whole tractor throttle stare thing where you're sitting there, you know, you're looking at waveforms, you know what I mean? Where, you know what, I have enough of a waveform there to judge where my stuff is. You know what I mean? And so of course, you know, people are going to argue a color waveform's better, and it's true, but at some point too, if you're not looking at the crowd and interacting with them, and I'm terrible for that, then like, really, what's the point? You know, why you DJ? I don't know if I can say anything on here I want to listen to. There's a problem. Anytime you go to put a song on, you can't monetize anything. And like, this stuff isn't cheap, man. You know, it'd be nice if I was making a few more bucks off this YouTube channel. As I rip through here, you guys are hating me right about now. My stuff's not organized with a damn it. What's all the Madonna stuff like? Come on now. Let's take some dubstep. What the hell? So, you see right there, it loaded up. Sit right there. Hit play. I had the pitch all the way down. So because my S4 is running everything internally as the mixer, like, you wouldn't typically do it, but you could, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the beauty about these S4s, because you really can control many things. So even with an S4, if I had another CDJ, which I don't at the moment, but you know what, that time's gonna come, that you put one on the other side over here and you got 4-deck control, right? So you know what, I've often thought about, oh, why don't I get rid of the S4, but you know what? Platter size kind of dwarfs the whole thing a little bit, but if you, I don't know, if we had it like propped up alongside of it, for instance, you know what? I could see it fitting in. So everything about this, of course, is as responsive as you would expect it to be, right? Making a 4-beat loop and cut it in half. Of course your hotkeys all work. Record. You hold it, you press the A again, it deletes your hotkey. And then of course the light goes off, right? So it's all about workflow, guys. When you're mixing, it's about what are you comfortable with. And I've been very comfortable with the S4. I've been comfortable with my DDJ-SX. I've been playing around with these Denon ST3500s, and they've been alright too, but this is the way to go. You know, guys were like, well, you know, get an 850, get 900. Guess what, man? See that light? Just that light around the platter, man. That makes me happy. And the lights on this stuff, like, it's a nice looking unit. The screen's nice, and if you're going to be using, I don't know what the screen looks like on the 850s when you hooked up the traktor, but I'm pretty impressed. That's good enough for me. The Nexus would be nicer, but I honestly don't know if the Nexus, when you go into HID mode, if you get a moving waveform. If you did, maybe. And you know what? When I pick up another one of these, maybe I get lucky, come across a good deal, cross my fingers, and put a Nexus along with this one here so we can do a good comparison. So yeah, that's of course there's some functions that don't work, right? Forward and reverse. Now I'm assuming if I was running time code with this rather than the HID advanced mode, I get that. And I gotta play around because I'm thinking that I can do advanced mode. I can change that to standard and have HID control with time code. We're gonna find out in the next video though. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around, and I will talk to you later. You know what? What the hell? Let's try this out here. We're going to hold that. Turn, pick D. I'm on deck D now. Sync's already engaged over there, so I already have a hot cue in there. Volume's up over on the S4. But that's the only thing that I can honestly tell you, is the very first hot cue that the traktor has in there is not actually assigned to A. So you have to press it again and it makes a second hot cue. I doubt this thing's even gonna mix in because like it's like, you know, way off. I guess it did. So you know what? I'm, once again, you know, I talk a lot of shit about things. If you guys have lasted from this long, that's fucking amazing. Anyways, if you ever get the opportunity to buy a set of these things, or even one for that matter, pick one up, man. I highly recommend it. Anyways, talk to you guys later.